The overnight success myth. Why there's no such thing and what actually works instead. Introduction. The lie we're all sold. Let me start with the hard truth. There is no such thing as overnight success. I know that's not what you wanted to hear. You came here looking for the secret shortcut, the hidden hack, the magic formula that will transform your life by tomorrow morning. Social media has convinced you that someone somewhere is cracking the code to instant success while you're stuck grinding. But here's what social media doesn't show you: the 10 years of failure before the overnight breakthrough, the thousands of hours of practice before the viral moment, the decades of preparation before the sudden opportunity. Every overnight success is actually a long story with a short ending. This audiobook will show you what really happens behind the scenes of seemingly instant success, and more importantly, how to compress your timeline to success as much as humanly possible. Because while true overnight success is a myth, accelerated success is absolutely achievable. Part 1. Deconstructing the overnight success illusion. Chapter 1. Why we believe in overnight success. Our brains are wired for stories, and overnight success is an irresistible narrative. It's the lottery ticket, the lightning strike, the magic godmother that will transform your life by tomorrow morning. Social media has convinced you that someone somewhere is cracking the code to instant success while you're stuck grinding. But here's what social media doesn't show you: the 10 years of failure before the overnight breakthrough, the thousands of hours of practice before the viral moment, the decades of preparation before the sudden opportunity. Every overnight success is actually a long story with a short ending. This audiobook will show you what really happens behind the scenes of seemingly instant success, and more importantly, how to compress your timeline to success as much as humanly possible. Because while true overnight success is a myth, accelerated success is absolutely achievable. Part 2. Deconstructing the overnight success illusion. Chapter 1. Why we believe in overnight success. Our brains are wired for stories, and overnight success is an irresistible narrative. It's the lottery ticket, the lightning strike, the magic godmother that will transform your life by tomorrow morning. Social media has convinced you that someone somewhere is cracking the code to instant success while you're stuck grinding. But here's what social media doesn't show you: the 10 years of failure before the overnight breakthrough, the thousands of hours of practice before the viral moment, the decades of preparation before the sudden opportunity. The iceberg effect. Success is an iceberg. The world sees the 10% above water, the achievement, the recognition, the money. What they don't see is the 90% below the surface, the failure, the learning, the relentless work. Social media has weaponized the iceberg effect. Everyone posts their highlight reel. No one posts the boring middle. This creates a distorted reality where it seems like everyone else is succeeding effortlessly while you're stuck grinding. Chapter 2. The real timeline of success. Let's look at some overnight successes and their actual timelines. The Beatles seemed to explode onto the American music scene in 1964. The reality, they had been performing together since 1960, playing grueling 8-hour sets in Hamburg clubs, learning their craft through thousands of hours of live performance. J.K. Rowling. Harry Potter seemed to appear out of nowhere and change publishing forever. The reality, she spent 7 years writing the first book, facing rejection from 12 publishers before one took a chance. She had been writing stories since childhood. Jeff Bezos' Amazon seemed to instantly dominate online retail. The reality, the company lost money for its first 7 years. Bezos worked in finance for years before starting Amazon, building capital and knowledge. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson seemed to transition seamlessly from wrestling to Hollywood superstardom. The reality, he grew up in the wrestling business, paid his dues for years, and his first movie roles were in 2001. He didn't become the highest paid actor until 2016, 15 years later. The pattern is always the same. Years of invisible preparation followed by sudden, visible success. Chapter 3. Why you actually don't want overnight success. Here's something nobody tells you. Overnight success usually destroys people. When success comes before you're ready for it, you lack the skills to sustain it. You don't know how you got there, so you can't replicate it. The wisdom to handle it. Sudden money and fame create problems you're not equipped to solve. The foundation to support it. Your systems, habits, and relationships weren't built to handle this level. The identity to embody it. You still see yourself as who you were, creating massive cognitive dissonance. Lottery winners go bankrupt. Child stars crash and burn. One-hit wonders fade into obscurity. Viral sensations can't replicate their success. Real, sustainable success requires that you grow into the person capable of achieving and maintaining that level. That growth takes time. Part 2. The compressed timeline strategy. Chapter 4. How to achieve 10 years of progress in 2 years. While overnight success is impossible, you can absolutely compress your timeline. Here's how the most successful people accelerate their growth. Strategy 1. Pattern recognition over trial and error. Most people learn through random experimentation. They try things, see what works, adjust, repeat. This is slow. Accelerated learners study patterns. They analyze hundreds of success stories in their field, extract the common principles, and apply those principles systematically. They learn from others' decades of trial and error in months of focused study. Instead of spending 10 years figuring out what works in your industry, spend 6 months intensely studying everyone who's already succeeded. Read 50 books. Listen to 100 podcast interviews. Analyze 1,000 examples. Then synthesize the patterns and apply them. Strategy 2. Selective imitation. Find someone who's achieved what you want to achieve and model their path ruthlessly. Not just their actions, but their thinking, their habits, their priorities. This is how athletes develop quickly. They study film of the best players obsessively. It's how great artists develop. They copy the masters until they develop their own style. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You need to study the people who've already built the best wheels and build yours using their proven principles. Strategy 3. Skill stacking. You don't need to be world-class at one thing. You need to be very good at several things that create a unique combination. Scott Adams, creator of Dilbert, talks about this. He's not the best artist, not the best comedian, not the best writer, but the combination of being good at art, comedy, and writing made him unique. Identify 3 to 5 skills that complement each other in your field. Get to the top 10% in each. The combination will put you in the top 1% of your market. Strategy 4. Buying time. The wealthy buy back their time. They pay for courses instead of figuring things out alone. Coaches instead of trial and error. Services instead of doing everything themselves. Software and tools that automate repetitive work. If you can earn $50 an hour and a task would take you 10 hours to learn, but 2 hours to outsource for $20 an hour, you're buying 8 hours for $40. That's a no-brainer. Invest aggressively in anything that accelerates your learning or frees up your time for high-value activities. Chapter 5. The preparation phase nobody sees. While you're preparing for your breakthrough, you need to be building these foundations. Skills. Develop the core competencies required in your field to the point where you're in the top 10% when your opportunity comes. Network. Build relationships with people who are where you want to be and people who are on the same journey. Your network will create opportunities you can't imagine yet. Assets. Create work product. Content, code, designs, writings, whatever's relevant to your field. When opportunity knocks, you need a portfolio ready to show. Reputation. Establish yourself as knowledgeable, reliable, and valuable. Online presence, testimonials, case studies, results you can point to. Resources. Save money, maintain good credit, keep yourself